You gotta get into the groove.
Hi, this is Leung back with GLIVE. If you join us live, give us a hashtag live. If you join us on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. And of course, we hope that you are still enjoying your long Thanksgiving weekend, regardless of whether or not you celebrate Thanksgiving or not. Whether or not you live in the US, we still want to thank you and appreciate you for being here. We appreciate you for being a part of the Groove community, and we appreciate you for entrusting us in your digital marketing, entrepreneurship, your future, and all the cool things that will be happening, simply because there are really, really amazing things that will be coming very, very soon. And remember, always live a life of gratitude. We want to, of course, be thankful for yet another day, another chance, another opportunity. And if you ask me, I know all about opportunities. I know all about opportunities because that's where I base my business on. That's how I became an entrepreneur. That's how I got to know all the cool people within the actual industry itself. It's all because of the opportunity to meet them and the opportunities that were bestowed upon me as well. So many cool things. And so much so that within the past 3 days, I also have been meeting up with my business partner. We also talked a lot more about upcoming opportunities. Do you also like opportunities yourself? If you do, give us a hashtag opportunities inside of the comments. Now, for 3 consecutive days, just to give you a little bit of background, we shared a lot more about the big plans that we have towards the end of this year, as well as upcoming in 2022. And right now, I believe we have counted no less than 12 additional brand new projects that we're getting ready to launch, to relaunch, and or continue. And so it was so much to plan, so much to talk about, and so many exciting things that are soon to be announced. I think that you will agree that we are at the right place and at the right time, especially with the new year coming up and so many amazing things that will be happening very, very soon. And so with that, all of which, of course, the 12 plus projects that I was just talking about, each and every single one of them are very exciting, but none of them we can actually, unfortunately, go into full detail right now because it's not ready for prime time, so to speak. But what I can say is that one of those 12 projects just so happened to be, you guessed it, e-commerce. And for this one, I will personally be leading it. And why e-commerce? You might be asking, well, for those of you who don't know, e-commerce on its own is actually a multi-billion-dollar industry. And especially right now, when we're approaching the end of the year, I'm sure you can imagine that the holiday season, of course, is coming up, right? Each and every single month, in fact, there's big sales and big things happening. We just wrapped up with 11/11, which is a big sales day all across Southeast Asia and in other places around the world as well. But it's not just once a year thing, because in January you get a 1/1, in February you get a 2/2, in March you get a 3/3, which means that next month, yes, we're going to get a 12/12, and then maybe a 13/13, 14/14. I'm kidding, of course, but you get the idea. Pretty much every single month we have one of these special holidays as well. And so with all of that, each and every single month, multiple times, we will experience more holidays, more occasions. In fact, I don't know about you, but our family, where it feels like we're always on the shopping apps and we're always buying things all of the time anyway. So rest assured that when it comes to e-commerce, this is absolutely a booming industry. Now, what kind of e-commerce can you do, right? That's really the multi-million-dollar question here. The good news is that, of course, there are plenty of models for you to choose from. If you want to go into different niches, if you want to buy and sell different things, if you want to go into drop shipping or print on demand or whatever else, there are so many options for you that there is no shortage of opportunities. But with that, I will also have you know that, of course, one of my personal favorites, and therefore is the chosen method for our own e-commerce business, also happens to be something that can be done with Groove with an app called GrooveKart. Have you heard of GrooveKart? Are you using GrooveKart? Do you plan to use GrooveKart as well and create your very own store? If you do, type in GrooveKart inside of the comments. Here's the thing. Luckily enough for us, GrooveKart has already integrated most, if not all, of everything that we need in order for us to successfully be able to build a very profitable, very hobby, lifestyle-centric type of e-commerce store, any type of store that we want, in fact. A lot of cool updates recently have also been added as well, and more are on the way. So with that, as they say, an expert will always be able to tell you that he or she is no longer the expert. And for me, I'm not claiming to be an expert in anything, and especially in GrooveKart, but I will have you know, and hopefully you know already, that directly inside of the Groove team itself, there are plenty of experts. And the good news for all of us is that we are very lucky enough to have all these GrooveKart specialists on the Groove team who are more than happy and more than willing to share with us all about these brand new updates, all the cool things that you can and cannot do within GrooveKart. And I'm sure you want to learn more about that as well. Do you want to learn more about GrooveKart? Do you want to hear from all these experts, learn from them, and discover brand new strategies on how to build your own $1 million e-commerce stores? If you do, type in the word yes inside of the comments. Because if you type in the word yes, and you are here because you do want to learn more about e-commerce, learn how to use GrooveKart and maximize your advantages from the very, very best, from people who actually submit the feedback. They were there all the way from the beginning when GrooveKart was just a little baby. Okay, we have them actually sharing the latest and greatest strategies, not just within the YouTube videos, not just within the archives of the playlist or the digital academy, the Groove Digital Academy, or anything like that. If you haven't seen the latest, I want to invite you to go to the official Groove YouTube channel. Because if you haven't been to the Groove YouTube channel, by the way, you should, of course, subscribe if you haven't already. But once you scroll down, you can see that, yes, this is in real time. In fact, if I reload this page right now, let's see if you can see. Yep, you can see that right here. This is live. Okay, so we are on here live right now on this Launch Your Brand New E-Commerce Store Before the Year is Over. As you can see, only 3 days ago over here, this actual live stream with Frank Salinas and of course our good friend John Garcia. Skip that for a moment. The two of them, the GrooveKart experts within Groove, they actually gave us a close to 2+3 hour live stream on exactly what is possible with GrooveKart, actually about 2 hours and 22 minutes. And when you click on this, you will actually be able to watch as these two GrooveKart experts share with you for over 2 hours exactly what you need to do to build your own GrooveKarts from the ground up. The good news, of course, is when you scroll down and you click on show more, you will actually be able to see the timestamps for this one as well. So if you want to check out the intro, you want to skip through to introducing Frank and John as well, you want to hear more about their stories, you can skip through to all of these if you wanted to. If you want to go directly to some of the strategies, some of the methods, for example, you want to learn more about Teespring, right? Go to the 21 minute and 40-second mark, go ahead and simply click on that. And then this will immediately scroll forward to the 21 minute and 40-second mark, where they will then show you step by step within the GrooveKart app how you can use the Teespring system. Is that cool? If you think that's cool, type in the word cool inside of the comments. As you scroll down more over here, you will see a lot more information about, let's say, Printful. If you wanted to, GrooveKart, of course, product templates, adding the mockups, diving into the Groove Gear site. So if you want to know exactly how John Garcia put together GrooveGear.com, which is the official Groove store, and all the bells and whistles, In this actual live stream, he shows you step by step exactly how you can use it. And if you want to learn more about the GrooveKart system, they show you how you can set up your product step by step, the branding, the pricing, the variants, finishing an order, payment processing, upsells, downsells, you name it. Okay, this is a 2-hour plus training, which is super tremendously valuable. But here's the cool news. The cool news is that this is not going to be the one and only. Right at the beginning of this actual live stream, Mr. Frank actually said himself, this is going to be the first of many additional live streams that they plan to do to share more with you about GrooveKart, about everything that you can do, maybe even some live build outs and tutorials. So whatever it is that you want to learn about, okay, comments either right here in this video that you are watching right now, and or come back to this actual video with Frank and John, leave a comment and let them know exactly what kind of content and tutorials you would like to learn more about in the future as well. So with that, this is tremendously powerful, because as we all know, the GrooveKart system is always expanding and improving, just like all the other Groove apps. And so with that, what better and who better to share with us all these amazing brand new strategies other than Frank and John, who are absolute experts even internally inside of Groove as well. And so with that, there are obviously tons of projects, as we mentioned, that we are working on, that we will continue to be working on. We shortlisted actually to just 12. In fact, we talked about dozens, I believe, over the 3 days. We mentioned off and on, my business partner and I, right? We talked about probably over 100 different business ideas that we can get into. But as we all know, the more that we talk about, the less is actually going to get done. So we actually just shortlisted with the intention, of course, to working more with fellow Groovesters, working more closely with anybody who shows that they are committed to working with us and all that great stuff. So if you want all these different opportunities, make sure that you don't go anywhere. Make sure that you're as active as you can be right here inside of the Groove community, because there's going to be so much that we will continue to be sharing with you. And so, yes, we shortlisted to about 12. And yes, just to reiterate and to remind you, e-commerce is just one of them. Now, you can imagine how much value that we actually find in this niche, because, of course, everything that has to do with internet marketing, this is usually something that we are very interested in. Okay, and so when it comes to e-commerce, you can rest assured that if you have the same kind of interest, let us know, of course, inside the comments, because we definitely want the opportunity to work with as many of you as possible. And maybe, just maybe, there might even be some profit sharing opportunities as well. So who knows, the next success story, maybe you, or maybe if you want to be, you can be our next partner as well. Do you want to be our next success story or our next partner? If you do, type in the word success story and or partner inside of the comments as well. All right, so if you are interested, if you do want to be involved in any way, do yourself a favor. Start doing your homework first, okay? Start going through all the videos. Start talking about all the different things that might be happening. Start talking, start sharing, within the Groove community, talking amongst each other and knowing exactly what it is that you need to do to learn more about the GrooveKart app, all the other applications and software, the entire Groove system, if you can, because the more and the more familiar you are with the Groove system, the more opportunities you ultimately will get as well. But keep in mind this. Okay, keep in mind that just simple interest, just saying, yep, I'm here, I like this, I think it's cool, like count me in, that on its own is not enough, right? You need to actually be an active part of the community. You need to be somebody that we can rely on. As we always like to say, right? People will do business with whom they know, like, and trust. If they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they're not going to do business with you. And so if you haven't been around, you've been disappearing, you've been doing other things, you've been focusing on other projects, well, maybe now would be a good time for you to start being active within the community, because if we don't know who you are, and it's not until there's a first sign of an opportunity of what's in it for you, Do we finally know of your existence, right? Then unfortunately, we do not share the same mission. We do not share the same commitment to help as many other people as we can. We want to make sure that we're following along the same blueprint of Groove. We want to make sure that you share in the same passion, at the same vision, and the same mission to help as many people as possible. So make sure that you understand that we, and especially me, myself, we only partner with those who are committed, who show their loyalty, and those who have proven to have a sense of gratitude with thankful hearts and knowing to give credit where credit is due. Always think in the positive side of life, because I'll tell you, man, in a world full of negativity, it's very easy for us to poison ourselves even more with even more negativity, right? We don't need any of that. We want to be as positive as we can. And it's just like what they say, right? A ship, when everything is just fine, you will continue to sail. You'll sail into the horizon. The water around you, right? That is not what's gonna make you sink. It's not until the water actually gets inside of the boat, right? That's when the boat starts to sink. So with that same analogy, the negativity of the world is surrounding us every single day. I'm sure you understand exactly what I mean, right? As long as we can push that aside, as long as we don't care about those and we only focus on what we want to set sail ahead in our horizon, then you are on the right path. But the moment that you let the water sink inside of you, the moment that you let the water and the poison and everything get inside of your head, that is when mentally, physically, psychologically, you will start sinking to the bottom of the ocean, hit rock bottom, and you will have no idea what hit you, what has negatively influenced you to actually get there. And before you know it, you've lost out on a whole bunch of different opportunities. And at the end, there really is nobody else to blame except for ourselves. So let's do all of us a favor. By being right here within the Groove community, we have full advantage of all the positivity, all the advantages, and all the opportunities that you can get anywhere around the world, right? It doesn't matter how great of a shiny object is being shined right in front of your eyes, right? Flashing right in front of your eyes. Nothing lasts forever. And so once we realize that if this is something that you ultimately want to do, keep the negativity, keep the dead weight out of you and your mind. Let all those things swim around you, okay? Because you yourself want to keep focused. You want to sail farther and farther ahead with us together as a group. And there's always the strength in numbers. There's the strength in the numbers, especially in a community of people who have that positive mindset as you. Let's sail out into the horizon together. Are you with us? If you are, type in the word together inside of the comments, and let's together sail in and live all the best that the future of Groove has to offer. All right, so with that, that is pretty much my message to you here today. Of course, we're still in the middle of Thanksgiving long weekend. Again, whether or not you celebrate Thanksgiving, whether or not you're in the US or know anything about Thanksgiving, it doesn't matter, because this entire week, in fact, for me, every single day is a day of gratitude. So we always want to thank you for not just joining us here, #live, even if you are a person who just recently joined us and have no idea who we are. We have no idea who you are. We thank you in advance for being a part of our community, because I can guarantee that, again, as long as you have the right mindset, the right attitude, okay, you are at the right place and at the right time, as long as you upkeep your commitment and your loyalty to the Groove brand, to us. There is no end in sight. The best is absolutely yet to come. So with that, once again, we absolutely want to appreciate you for being here. And just really quickly, one of our very talented VAs, Miss Tok Tok, she is in the background and she's helping me click on all the different comments and things like that. So if you want to say hi to her, go ahead and say hi to her inside the comments as well. But just so that you know, just because some of these comments were flashing on the screen, it actually doesn't mean that I saw any of them, okay? But right now, I do want to go in here and just really quickly glimpse through some of the comments to say hi to a few of you who have been around. For example, Trader Rob is here. Great to see you, Mr. Rob. We also see Mr. Leung, Mr. VJ as well as here. We see Liney, another one of our talented GVAs. Travel Guru is here as well. We also see Vero. We see Annie, the Ryan. Jarata Project is here. We also see Fiona, and we got Diggs BTW. We got Ryan again. Fiona, Liney, Chenille is here. We got Dwight. We got Tamanis. We got a few Facebook users, CI or CL Kwan, and some additional friends here as well. Too many here to go through, but regardless, whatever the case, Booyan is also here. We obviously want to thank each and every single one of you for being here as well. All right, so the moral of today's story is, of course, we want to continue to let you know that right here within Groove is where the opportunity is where the amazing things are yet set to happen. But in order for you to fully take full advantage of all of that, you need to start doing your homework. Be familiar with all the different projects, such as GrooveKart, such as all the remaining apps, and also you need to practice, right? You need to prepare yourself for working within the community as a team, because for many people out there, it's very easy for us to really think about all the different things that may only have our own self-interest, right? If there's nothing in it for me, then I don't want to do anything. But one thing that you need to understand about our community is that at the end of the day, it's not just about you. It's not about me. It's not about us. It's about everybody. So once you actually understand that, and you're in this community, not just so that you can make a buck, not just so that you can benefit, not just only you see the opportunity, but you see the opportunity in flourishing together. That is the absolute appropriate mindset that all of us should have in order for all of us to flourish together as well. And one of our next big projects, of course, is, as we mentioned, in the e-commerce space. But don't let that be your limitation. Continue to study with Groove. Continue to be a part of everything that we're doing, because soon enough, you will realize just what big of an opportunity you have in front of you. All right, so with that, that is all I have right here today on behalf of the entire Groove community and myself. I do appreciate you, and I want to thank you for being here today. Take action right now. Let us know if you have any questions. And yes, maybe tomorrow or the day after, sometime within the next few days, we still have some additional strategies that we want to share with you. So stay right here, because in fact, for sure, we will see you right here on the inside. Cheers, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hopefully I will see you again very, very soon.
You gotta get into the groove.